Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us at the MarketSite studio of Michael Holdmann, CEO of PraSaga. We're going to discuss solving many of the limitations that plague first-generation Layer 1 blockchain. Michael, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you very much, Jill.
What are some of the foundational problems that are impacting the entire blockchain movement?
So the biggest thing is utility to that outside of the 4% that are involved in crypto, in our mind. And it's all based on utility. I go back to all the time. In 1999, none of us went to the banks and said, we really want to do all our banking from the phone. It was something that was introduced to us by a trusted partner. And that's really how consumer adoption started on the internet. It wasn't just a bunch of tech guys or girls that were out there trying to do it. There was actually utility to the consumer. And we believe that utility is the main thing, right? All of a sudden I can put in a name, another name, an amount, and hit send, and wow, I didn't have to go to the bank to that. I was able to transfer. So we believe that in order to get the rest of the world involved, it can't be NFTs, DeFi, or just trading. There has to be actual real-world utility that makes your life easier or better in some way.
Tell us about PraSaga. What are the solutions that you're looking to provide based on those limitations you just mentioned?
Absolutely. And so PraSaga, we are a Swiss foundation. We're an open, permissionless, trustless chain. In fact, we just made available our source for Python. We use Python as a programming language. 85% of the people, developers know Python. Why not use one instead of a programming language that only a very, very small percentage know? Again, how's adoption, ease of use and such. What we're solving is really hard problems. Some of them can't be solved. You have to find workarounds for, but we're talking about computer law and mathematics. And there was that article that David Bieberman, my CTO, just wrote the other day, talking about this NP complete, which is a solution, which is a problem that's not have a solution. Its only solution is exhaustive search. If there was ever a solution to NP complete problem, there's a solution to every NP complete problem, and all of cryptography is based on NP complete. It would wipe out all of the entire cryptography industry. So you have to find workarounds to that. In order to scale, we had to find a workaround to that, and we also had to find a way to stop the serialization of smart contracts to the individual shard. And we did that by implementing what is the same underlying infrastructure as any Windows-based operating system, whether it be Windows, Linux, Mac OS X, Android, iOS. They're all based on an architecture that was introduced in 1972 by Xerox PARC, Palo Alto Research Center. A lot of people don't know that Xerox used to be a very, very big computer company.
Yep. So
we took a lot of things. We've been involved, I've been 6 decades now, since '78. David, 6 decades, also in '78. And then Jay Moore, the other co-founder, was kind of 84, and his whole focus has been on the gaming, video gaming and such. David in protocols and tech. So,
what differentiates your operating system from others that are out there?
So the big difference is the account approach that we take to it. Anything that you see as a decentralized operating system is usually either a library, an API library that's off-chain and just sitting on the server, or it is a smart contract managing smart contracts, almost like a DeFi.
Right.
What we've done is to, real quick, if you write an application for a device, any device, and you have a button in your application, you never write the code for the button, because on every single laptop, there's an individual thing called a class tree, class buttons in there. You reference class button and say, mine is blue, it's round, it does this. Well, every application on that machine, on that device, whether it be a tablet or mobile, doesn't matter, every application that has a button references that same exact class. So they never write the code, and then they just say mine is triangular, it's yellow, and it does this, or whatever it is. In industry, we've never been able to share those classes across devices. The patent that we were awarded 5 weeks ago that was actually assigned to the foundation, so the community owns the IP, is specifically around that exact architecture. It's called the first class object model.
Right. So what's the ultimate goal with PraSaga? Is it interoperability, leveraging, like you said, Python and a Microsoft type of infrastructure so that it's accessible for everyone?
Yeah, so the goal is, or the mission is to be the underlying foundation for all global transactions, financial or other, for 8 billion people, every enterprise in the world and all products ever produced. One of the things that's just inherent in our platform, and it's a big issue with a lot of places looking for a solution, is a digital ID. We actually, the blockchain itself assigns a decentralized digital ID. It's not an external place that you can hack and try to jump on or find information. And that's all part of this entire architecture that we did. So we took the architectures that are prevalent in operating systems that you're used to and put it on the chain, and anybody that writes an application for an operating system, a device, will have a familiarity on how the functions work within this one.
All right. Really interesting. Thank you so much for joining us at MarketSite, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.